This is the beautiful building of LLH Hospital in full form, Lifeline Hospital, based in Abu Dhabi. One of the reputed organization started way back few years back, and I am here to see the purchase department staffs and to promote my brands, to get an entry and to share my moments I spent with Medeor Hospital, where I am connected to Dr. Sharat Kalla, who has done a surgery for my patient who was actually right now leaving because of his grace only, and he saved his life, and he was moving into a life and death bridge, in between the bridge, and there I came and contributed to save his life. He is only a 45-year-old patient with a tumor on the head, and that tumor has been removed by Dr. Sharat Kalla to save his life, and now that patient is very much happy that he is able to serve his family and friends all together, to safeguard them, to protect them. As a family member, he is there in this world to support them. He was in a sinking stage with a lot of issues connected to COVID-19, and when I saw him, he was almost like bedwetting, and the doctors were already decided that he may not be able to live in this beautiful world, and he was about to move away from this world, where I come to know one of the sister who was working in Saudi German hospital those time in Ajman area, and I am a medical rep with a lot of enthusiasm to support the society, and whatever I take photos, I used to put in my status as a WhatsApp status, and this status actually seen by this particular registered nurse who is right now working in Saudi German Ajman area, and she has asked me to do a small favor to save this patient's life by directing the correct doctor, correct hospital, correct organization, where this patient will get the most important treatment, which is very much required. And I was there to help her, to take her to the health clinic in Sharjah. I asked the patient condition, and she said the patient is already in ICU and is almost like bedwetting, and they don't have much time to save his life. And I asked them to come to the health center in Sharjah and to wait for me. And I was there in a distributor side in Dubai, and from there I came directly to this particular clinic, health clinic in Sharjah. I met them for the first time there, but my thing was clear that I need to save his life, and that time the health center people were not receiving any kind of cash, because it requires to be paid by card only because of the COVID threat and the pandemic issues. Those time they were not able to give you any kind of support for taking the cash. So they were not having the credit card, which was kept it in their bag in a hospital where the patient is lying. The patient was lying in Amina hospital, and those surgeons were trying to save the patient's life, and they were left out almost like not to get connected with any other issues, and they want the patient to be discharged immediately. And this card has been used of mine only, and through that I paid the money to the health center, and the consultation charge was around 400 dirham, and I paid the charge, and I take the advice from the doctors, and immediately from there I went directly to Amina Hospital to see the patient personally, and who is not at all connected to me or my family or my friend, nothing. But as an humanitarian consideration, I just want to pay a small attention, a courage to the patient to come back to the life. That was my motive behind going to Amina Hospital. When I went there, I saw his family. His wife was crying, weeping a lot, thinking about his husband, and the small 2 kids they are also having a lot of trauma kind of situations with so many problems. And they were all trying to get connected to many hospitals, many centers, many hospitals to get the patient immediately to get admission in the ICU. But that was not possible, and because of the COVID reason, most of the ICU beds were fully occupied. And there is no point, there is no way that we can do anything on that. Then I thought I will try with one of my friend who is a neurosurgeon, right now working in Al Qasmi Hospital, Sharjah, and his name is Dr. Jayaprakash. Then I called him. I checked with him whether any chance to get an admission in Al Qasmi Hospital because of the severe critical condition of the patient, and I want a helping hand from him to save the patient life. Unfortunately, there was no chance that I get an admission there because of the COVID threat, and the number of patients was too many that most of the bed, almost all bed was completely full, and there is no chance that I get an admission there. Then I left out trying that. Then that was the time I thought of one of my close friend, Mr. Prakash, who was earlier associated with the Novo Healthcare Group, and then he moved on to Imara Healthcare Group. Right now he is working in clinic care under Imara Healthcare Group. I called him from Amina Hospital and I checked with him whether we can do something for this particular patient to get an admission in Dubai area, because I was not covering Dubai area properly because my area of operation was in Sharjah and some other areas. So I was not having that much contact in Dubai area. But Mr. Prakash has been there for more than 25 years in the UAE. So he has got a good contact with many people and many marketing people and many hospital staffs and all. So I asked Mr. Prakash to help me to get an admission in some of the hospitals. And he was the God actually to save this particular patient by referring him to Mr. Gobi, the marketing manager of Medeor Hospital. And that was a time which was a very, very small time which we are supposed to use it to save that patient. And that was around 10:30, 11 p.m. in the night, late evening. And we were still searching for a hospital. And with the advice of the doctors, surgeons and all from Amina Hospital, we have tried our level best to reach the patient on time in Medeor Hospital through their ambulance. And they all went to the along with the ambulance. I travelled with my car to reach to Medeor Hospital. And until now, I would say that I am not met your marketing manager Gobi, but he is a good friend of mine. Since till now, this is almost 1 year back incident. Till now, I am unable to meet Mr. Gobi, but he is a very good friend, good character, and very much helpful person, and who has done a great job to get the admission in Medeor Hospital. And other 2 days I was roaming, coming, going like that in that hospital to support the patient in all the means. And in between I met Dr. Sharad Kella also, and I have tried to connect to the charity organization also to get some support for the family. And unfortunately that was not possible. And then unfortunately it is not happened because of we are not sent any mail or anything to get connected. Our format, everything was not done, and I was also so busy that I couldn't follow very well for getting the money back to the patient. And they have arranged the money through their owner, who is running a gold jewelry in Ajman area, and this patient was one of the employee working in this particular jewelry. So from there they took it all the help and got admitted the patient, and from there the surgery went well, and almost all photos I have taken during this particular time. And now that is the proof that I came there. I did a job for your group, Medeor Group, VPS Group, Lifeline Group, and VPS Healthcare Group. So this is all about me, Rajendran Toduvail Neliot, is signing off from here in front of LLH Hospital, Abu Dhabi, Electra. So I request almost every people in Abu Dhabi to take their valuable advice from this particular esteemed, respected group to get all the patients advice. They are there to support you, and the doctors are the best one, and they are the best for treating your people and to take care of you and to save your life. So I have my own personal experience. I am just share to you. Hope you will listen to it and to get the maximum advice from your hospital, from your doctors, from this particular hospital called LLH Hospital Electra. So kindly take this opportunity and to meet them and know them and to discuss with them to get treated very well in this particular area called Abu Dhabi. So thank you so much for watching this beautiful video. Video has been taken from in front of LLH Hospital Electra. Thank you. Thanks a lot.